Hello, everybody, and welcome back to He Makes Me Play. I am Marius. I am blind. I cannot see the games, and I make people play them so I can enjoy them as well. As always, I'm here with Vincent. Hello, Vincent.
Hi, Marius.
How are you doing?
I was about to say great, but
I pulled your leg the other day about that.
I'm good.
Yeah, I believe you because it's such a beautiful morning here, and we're recording in the morning in the beautiful He Makes Me Play studios outside of Sanssouci. I guess we can sort of say that it's technically true, although it gives a weird picture. Do you know what also has weird pictures, Vincent?
What does, Marius?
Disco Elysium.
Nice.
It does,
segue.
right? Like the thoughts and stuff. They
Yeah.
have these cool pictures.
Uh-huh.
Last time, what did we do last time? We investigated. Wait, no, there was more. Tell us about it.
Well, we became a ham sandwich.
Yeah, there was a
and
bunch of
racist.
racist stuff.
Yeah, we talked to Measurehead,
Yeah,
and he talked us through his racial ideas.
that's right. And this may be yet again a way into the harbor.
Yeah,
Because Manana pointed it out that, yeah, you can probably do that to get in.
and I think what it mainly did was, apart from giving us a better understanding of races, according to his ideas, I would assume that gives us now a bonus to trying to hit him, because that's still a white check that I think we have tried once but didn't succeed in.
Okay. But this is conjecture now, Vincent. I just want to summarize what happened.
Mm-hmm.
We will explore this for sure when we get back to Head Measurer, which we will do. But other than that, we investigated the cab drivers, right? Not cab, lorry trams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two we had spoken to before.
Yeah. And that's where we left off, I think, with the
Right.
trader guy.
Mhm.
And I say we get back into it.
Yeah, let's go. And yeah, we still have one other lorry driver
Yeah,
that we
a
haven't-
completely new one, right?
that we haven't talked to before, to the very east. And I'm also standing in front of the statue that I've...
Of the roundabout.
Yeah, in the middle of the roundabout, there's a statue that's, I think, supposed to be birds. That's basically a pillar that's broken, and on the ground there are birds around it.
Mhm.
That's all part of the same statue, and there's a sign in front of it.
Oh, did we ever read that?
No, but we can interact with it.
Yeah,
So
let's do it.
do that. A horseback monument. Oh, I see. Okay. So now,
Horseback.
yeah, it zoomed out,
Mhm.
and the pillar has like dozens of like steel rods pointing upwards from it.
Okay.
And like a good, I don't know, 5 meters above the pillar that's broken, these steel rods that I thought were just ending somewhere are connected to actually a horse statue that's it's basically levitating, just holding by these steel rods
Cool.
quite high up. And it says horseback monument. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic aisle, pointing towards the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous rods and ropes. And
Mhm.
we can ask, who is this?
Sure.
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philippe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippine kings of Reshaval, son of Philippe II, the opulent, father of King Philippe IV, the insane.
I like that the monument is speaking in the first person.
Yeah.
It's very personal, this interaction with history.
Have we ever talked to any of the Philippes? I don't think so, right? Or have we even heard about them? I remember something.
Maybe. Yeah, it's something I would forget.
Yeah, I think the two older gentlemen
Mm-hmm.
talked about the king, but
They were into horses too, right? Cavalry?
yeah, right.
I think so.
Let's continue. Volition, medium success. Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
That's true.
And we have a white check. Encyclopedia, medium 11. What did this king do? And we get a +1 from He had Crater Story from Renee. Ha, I knew it.
Yeah. Man,
And
I like these connections.
we get a +1 from Reality Lowdown gotten.
Hmm. Yeah, from the wheelchair lady, I guess, or maybe from Joyce.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the chance?
72%.
Oh wow, we're so bad at encyclopedia, but we might actually be able to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
That's right.
Well, good to get it out of the way early.
Yeah. So, Encyclopedia, medium failure. What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How could you know what this guy did many centuries ago?
No, because we learned it, right? I mean, we still know what shoes are, like some
Right.
basic facts. Maybe we remember it, but I guess we don't.
Yeah.
So we go back to it
Mhm.
when we level encyclopedia up.
Yeah. Let's leave that behind. I don't know, that's like a really cool monument.
Yeah, you like the art style, huh?
Yeah, I like that it's just floating
Mm-hmm.
and it's so high up that I didn't even realize it was there.
That is kind of cool. Must be made of really light materials.
Yeah, I would hope so. Okay, but now we're on to the next lorry driver, the
Mhm.
one we haven't talked before to. The name says Pale Driver. And, he or she, I'm suspecting it's a she, with long white hair, is sitting on like the steps of a lorry.
Do you think pale is meant as an adjective here? Is she pale?
She is not.
So do you think it's referring to the mysterious territory known as the Pale?
Could be, but I would suspect it's more related to whatever she's driving in some way.
Oh, okay.
But could be.
English is not my native language. Pale might be a term for a vehicle of some sort that I'm not aware of.
Yeah, I would expect that it's either the name she has given it herself or, yeah, some weird term for it.
Maybe if we talk to her, we find out.
Yeah. I would like to mention she's, because you asked if she's pale, she's actually quite dark-skinned. And similar to Measurehead, she has, even though not quite as extreme, there are inhumane colors, basically. There's a fleck of like red paint basically on her forehead, and a patch of yellow at the base of her skull.
Okay.
So yeah, very.
Is that paint or is that her skin?
The red might be her skin, but the yellow might either be like actually a speck of paint on the portrait, or I don't know, an earring maybe.
An earring?
Yeah, because it's.
Yeah, because of the way the portrait is shot. Okay.
But it's certainly not part of her skin.
Yeah, or do you think is it like very artful, the rendition of the portrait, so that like bizarre distorted colors might be expected?
Not to that extent.
Or it's more naturalistic?
Yeah.
It's supposed to look like a real person?
Yeah, I mean, Measurehead had that to an extreme, right? Like,
he sounded bizarro.
Yeah, and his
style.
His portrait reflected that. He was like colorful in a way that nothing else in this game was so far.
Yeah.
And she seems to have that, but to a lesser extent.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting that you draw this parallel. Maybe we'll see more of that.
Yeah. So it says, Pale Driver. The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there's a warm smile on her face. Inland Empire, medium success. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter. Some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your... And then our options begin. And the first one is grandma. The second one is snap your fingers in front of her face.
That's kind of mean.
Yeah, and the third one is then, excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions.
I want to say grandmother, because that seems to be interacting with Inland Empire.
Oh yeah, here we go. Nothing.
Okay.
Her smile just keeps widening.
I guess we just said it out loud. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Her hair is grey like lead.
Mm-hmm.
Half-light, medium success. No, this one is a monster in disguise. Ooh, okay.
Huh.
What does it mean?
Half-Life is suspecting her to be the drug trafficker?
Maybe? I didn't expect that.
It could be any one of these. Ugh.
Or
Policing is so hard.
maybe you're right, and there is something otherworldly pale about her.
Yeah, what is the pale referring to, huh? Could
I
also
don't
be
know.
her hair color. It's a mystery. Let's try to talk to her.
Yeah, we can still snap our fingers in front of her face.
The other
or,
thing.
Excuse me, ma'am,
Yeah,
I'd
that
like
one.
to ask some questions. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her. She's in the pale.
Well, do we have options? Do we have to snap the fingers?
That's
so rude.
The only option we have.
Then we have to do it.
Or we can leave.
No, we do it.
Okay.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Even more forceful.
Well, we have a new option. Snap your fingers twice.
But in the audio, we just did it twice.
Yeah.
So, game. So unattentive. That's the only option?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's do it.
Where am I? Who are you?
Oh, voice acted.
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality.
Mm-hmm.
Empathy, medium success. The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the very aspect of a cornered beast.
No, she was in another world
Yeah,
in her little radio play.
and again something of a monster going on there.
Where?
Uh,
Oh, with the cornered beast?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a beast. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, we have three options. The first one is, I was actually hoping you could tell me that. And the second one, are you alright, ma'am? You were out. And then the last one, me? I am the law around here.
Let's be nice. Number 2. Are you alright, ma'am?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in the traffic jam. In the 50s.
Oh, she sounds like she really was somewhere else.
Yeah.
Another time.
So we can ask, wait, what's so bad about the 50s? Or we can ask, where else would you be then? Or would you be then, yeah. And the last option, when else would you be then?
Yeah, do the wait.
Yes, always the wait.
Yeah.
So we say, wait, what's so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws, and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Oh, wow. Amber? She's kind of crazy.
Uh-huh.
What did she say first? The men have small what?
And jaws.
Oh, okay. Jaws. Okay. She does... That pushes in the direction of head measurer kind of thinking, I
Uh-huh.
would say. Yeah, okay.
So do we ask about where or do we ask about when?
When?
Back in Mefke, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and coffees are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Guaidero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro.
I guess that's what she remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Until you come along, that is.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. With 4 options this time. The first one being, who's Gabriel Buenguerro? And the second one, so I take it you were in Mexico when you were young. The third one, sorry to interrupt your dreaming, ma'am. Or the last one, right, I have some other questions for you.
All
These
right.
questions.
From the top, Vincent. Number 1.
Who's Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
She shows you the photograph in a lavish amber frame.
Amber, huh? And she's a big fan, apparently, of Gabrielle.
Yeah. And we can take a look. A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a white-brimmed hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the what? And his jaw is the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen. There's a typo there.
A good jaw is a nice thing to look at.
Yeah. And if it's topped with dark hair as slick as oil.
Rrr.
Oh, yeah.
Handsome.
That whole paragraph was weird. But okay.
Yeah, and typo, which usually doesn't happen in this game.
Yeah, also his hair is dark as an oil slick. But I've
Dark as an oil slick.
Yeah, I've heard slick
It's
as
lacking
oil.
a noun there.
Yeah.
Oil slick painting. No, but yeah, I'll disregard that whole thing.
Well, suggestion says with a medium success, this man's got a hold over her. Even 50 years later, you can feel it.
Yeah.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of the cinema whenever he came on the screen, and schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
She leans back, savoring the world she's conjured up.
Right.
So
She's
he's-
a big fan.
Yeah, some star. I'm also surprised that she's as voice acted as she is. Like not the way, but just the amount of voice acting that's going on here.
Yeah, makes you think this is significant.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
So on to the next question. So I take it you were in mathcore when you were young?
Mm-hmm.
Someone was.
Someone was. She nods as though her meaning were perfectly clear.
Hmm.
What's going on with the language here?
She took a lot of LSD,
Possibly.
like the pawn shop owner.
Well, we can ask further. Someone. Are these not your memories?
Mm-hmm.
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They are beautiful. That is all that matters, beautiful and true.
Oh,
They
she.
will win. They are coming for this, you know. All of this.
They're coming from what?
They are coming for this, you know? She looks around. All of this.
Who? Who is coming?
I don't know.
It doesn't make a lot of sense, and she doesn't seem to be very into identifying with anything. It's got a bit of a loosey-goosey self-identity.
Maybe she's referring to the memories. They are someone's
They are-
memories, boy. What
Yeah.
difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters.
Yeah.
Beautiful and true.
Up to that point, it makes sense to me.
And they will win. They are coming for this, you know? All of this. She referring... Like, maybe she's...
They might refer to memories just from the syntax, but from the meaning, I feel like it has to refer to something else.
Yeah, but like, it could mean that she's talking about, like, that the memories she's... are replacing her memories.
Hmm.
Or the memories of this place that we would have.
Interesting. I feel like we can maybe come to her when we get deep into our troubles with Jamais Vu. She seems like to be somewhat of an expert in depersonalization.
Yeah, that's true.
And she
Good
might
point.
be like a take on an old shaman woman or something.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, and that might be why she's voice acted. I don't know. Calling it here. Let's see.
Yeah. We also have a medium success with empathy.
Mm-hmm.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
That's not usually how it happens. It's the future that's coming for you,
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, I could also... I mean, I understood it in the way that the past will erase other pasts. Like, this particular day is nothing to be remembered of,
Oh, okay.
right? But there was some day in the past where that was very rememberable.
Mm-hmm.
So you forget this day, but remember the other one.
Yeah, maybe.
But empathy, I think, is disagreeing a little. I don't know. So, last option. Sorry to interrupt your dreaming, man.
Okay.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, low man. It was early spring, and the man behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden.
Well, sounds good. I want some of what she's got.
Yeah, the man behind the black sun. Okay. What?
Yeah, that lady's out there for sure.
Posters were 20 meters tall.
While you people were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Mefke, it was a golden age.
Okay. That leaves us with... Right, I have some other questions for you. Police
Yeah.
questions.
Back to the here now.
Mm-hmm.
Why not, Herife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
What did she call us?
Serife?
Okay. Just thought it might be a clue for our actual name, but
Nah,
I don't know what that means.
me neither.
I'm not that smart. Okay, what can we ask her, Vincent?
Well, after what she says, it says, she settles back against the railing of a motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard. And then we can continue. Inland Empire, medium success. There's something off about this woman.
Oh, really?
Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's useful. Thanks, Inland.
Oh, yeah.
Way not to play just Captain Obvious.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, cool.
And we have 6 options. The first one, what are you hauling? Second one, I still don't really understand this whole Boy de Rio, Gabriel Wangaro thing.
Mm-hmm.
The third one, before I came, you seemed away. And the fourth one, show me the soles of your boots.
Yeah, I want to do that last because it's, best for last.
Yeah.
Let's start from the top.
And the fifth one is, you seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
Mm-hmm.
So we start with, what are you hauling?
Yeah.
Diamonds.
Really?
That's
It
exactly...
seems unlikely.
It says, diamonds, really?
Mm-hmm.
Of course not, she says, grinning. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was? And we can ask, okay, but what are you really hauling?
Mm-hmm.
She shrugs. Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
Oh, like drugs?
Possibly. So we can ask, so you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
Mm-hmm.
Or we can say, well, that's good enough for me.
No, keep asking.
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. She smiles a careless smile. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. Electrochemistry, medium success. She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Mm-hmm. Clues keep piling up.
Yeah, and we have a wait option. It says, wait, you get high off driving a lorry?
Okay, yeah, ask.
Oh, it's so much more than high. Where I go, Serif. It's low. I go to the bottom. She closes her eyes in reverie.
From lorry tram driving.
Mm-hmm. Electrochemistry. Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later. Okay, and we have 2 options. The first one, what if the cargo is contraband? Or we can still say, I guess that makes sense, minding your own business.
No, ask about contraband.
Then it's contraband, lawman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like bad hands Hermenegildo. Hermenegildo.
Someone we don't know, I guess.
Encyclopedia, easy success. Bad hand Hermenegildo. Oh, bad hand Hermenegildo's bad hands strangled 300 people.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah. Like, how did he even... That takes time.
He must have some sick lower arm strength.
Yeah. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
Is that what Encyclopedia says?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's not me speaking.
I guess.
Yeah, that's...
Cool skill. Encyclopedia. I guess maybe this makes exposition in this game sort of more bearable.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have that skill way high, it keeps explaining proper nouns to you. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be. Would be interesting.
Okay, so he was some criminal.
Yeah.
What else?
That's all that she's gonna say on hauling.
Yeah, okay.
So we can ask about the whole Gabriel Buenguero
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
So we say, I still don't really understand this whole Boyaderio Gabriel Buenguero thing. And she says, of course not. To truly understand the Boyaderio, you need to listen to On the Western Plain. And we can ask, okay, what's that?
Mm-hmm.
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring Boyaderio. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain. And we can say, I'm guessing that doesn't happen. Or we can say, and they lived happily ever after?
I'm guessing that doesn't happen.
Of course not. The Boyaderio returns from the Western Plain, a changed man.
Mm-hmm.
One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Margriette, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down. And we can say, I think I see where this is going. Or we can say, so he gives up his riding and settles down, right?
I think I see where this is going.
So the Boyaderio strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Marguerite. Then he rides off because the Western Plain is calling to him.
Actually, I didn't see where this was going at all.
Can you guess what the first option is?
Probably exactly that. Also, there's strangling again for some reason.
The first option is, that's not where I thought that was going.
Yeah, let's say that.
The second option is also Not Solemnly, a beautiful song. But yeah, let's go with the first one. You have to understand, a true Boyaderio needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a Boyaderio. Inland Empire, medium success. What if to truly love a Boyaderio is to float lifeless downstream?
After you've been strangled, then maybe that's not someone you want to love.
Yeah, maybe
That's
not.
my takeaway.
Okay, that's left us back at the original menu. So the next option would be, before I came, you seemed away.
Yeah.
And Kim says, she's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
Oh, come on, Kim. You're not smelling what I'm smelling here.
Uh-huh.
Drugs.
Logic, easy success. So he doesn't think she's the smuggler?
Mm-hmm.
And the pale driver says, you hear that, lawman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me. And we have a wait option. It says, wait, why is that, Lieutenant?
Okay.
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything. Empathy, medium success. He's worried. But not for her, for you.
Really? Why?
What is it about this woman if she's not connected to anything?
That's a question now?
No, that's the last thing that empathy said.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, weird. Why would he be worried? This makes no sense. What does
Maybe-
he know that we don't?
Maybe she just sees similarities between us two, and she worries that instead of actually helping us find our way back to ourselves and a proper point in life.
Oh, it's like
she's-
Kim is like, don't hang with other lunatics. You're
Yeah.
already a lunatic yourself.
Basically.
Yeah, okay. Maybe.
And we can ask, should you drive a lorry if you get like that? Or we can change the subject.
Well, I do want to ask it just to see where the conversation tree is going.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camionneurs around. I drive routes no one else will. Yeah, can you imagine that? And we
In
can
her
ask,
mind.
what routes?
Okay.
Lomonosov's land, Udatnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain. She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge. Shivers, medium success. A terrible cold comes over her, rattling her teeth as she stares inward. And the pale driver continues. The Transcatlar Magistral, U41A, as Estradasto Mirador. All the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly. She opens her eyes again and shudders.
All right. She's got her shiver skill leveled way up.
Oh yeah, she's up there. And we have 3 options. The first one being, I'm something of an expert in blacking out. You should take better care of yourself.
Huh.
We could also say, this should be reported to the proper authorities. Or we can say, cool, right until you're dust, sister.
I wanted to do the number 1, the blacking out.
Yeah. She looks you over and scoffs. You're right, lawman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me. Endurance, easy success. Or correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Yeah, she's got a point.
And she asks, is that all you woke me up to say?
No.
We are back to the original menu. We still have the question about the soles of her boots, and we can also say, you seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
No, the ask is souls now.
Oh, I hit the wrong button, I guess. So we just said, you seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs. And she replies, what do I need drugs for, lawman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary. No drugs can compare.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do we want to continue this?
Well,
line of
sure,
question?
if we're in
Okay.
it, yeah.
Well, in that case, we can ask the adversary, or we can ask, that's not really what I was getting at. Or
Ask about the adversary.
the third one, the third option, where could I get my hands on an experience like that?
Mm-hmm.
So, the adversary. Yes, there is a protagonista. Yeah. She gestures to the intersection. At an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's
Mhm.
no coming back from that hall. Half-light, easy success. I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all. Okay.
She sounds like a devil worshipper.
Yeah. We're left with the other 2 options. So we can ask, that's not really, well, we can say, that's not really what I was getting at.
Mhm.
Or we can say, where could I get my hands on an experience like that?
That's not really what I was getting at.
Then what were you getting at?
Good question. I don't know.
Authority, medium success. This line of questioning is going nowhere. Try harder.
Okay.
Okay, and now we can ask, what is it that you're hauling exactly? Or we can say, I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs.
Mm. Well, ask the hauling, but we kind of asked that before. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see. She says, you're meh, lawman. What of it? I don't know what meh is, but okay.
Okay.
And we have 2 options. The first one being, okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Her shoulder bones crack as she shrugs. Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. And we can say, you said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs? Or the other option, how can you not know what you're hauling in your own lorry? But I think we figured that out before.
Yeah, ask the drugs.
And she says, just this month, I made a half-dozen trips from Samarizia to Grad on the U41A. What do you think they take from Samarizia to Grad, lawman?
I don't know.
And we can ask, drugs? Or we
Okay.
can say, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Drugs?
No, Larman. Diamonds. She grins. Half-light, medium success. Damn this. Make her answer. Okay. Again, we have more options. 4 at this time. The first one being, are you making fun of me right now? You better start complying. The second one, I didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that.
Okay.
The third one, if you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here? Or the last one is conclusion by saying, okay, if you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here?
Oh, can you tell me again what was number 1?
Yeah. So, Half-Light says, damn this. Make her answer. And the first option is, are you making fun of me right now? You better start complying.
That's too forceful. What was number 2?
The second one is, I didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that.
Do we have a nice option? We're a nice cop.
Well, the third one is, if you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here?
Yeah, that seems useful.
Yep. Easy. It's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet.
Ah.
She squints across the square. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
Well, that's not a good reason.
Visual calculus. Easy success. That's correct. There's no visibility to any of the others. Thank
That's
you.
a joke. But I kind of like how they're
Mhm.
giving visual calculus this character of, always assessing vision lines.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, if we don't want to do the other two, we only
Oh,
have
are
the-
they still options?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Do we do them? Maybe the one that's... Are you making fun of me? Which one? I think we should do one of them. Which one do you want to do?
One feels too forceful. I didn't really.
Okay. Then I
like
don't
that
care
option.
about diamonds.
Yeah.
All right.
Diamonds are good for you, Lawman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Shoras. Maybe we should.
She's definitely kind of making fun of us.
Yeah. Well, that leaves the conclusion.
Yeah.
So we say, okay, if you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here? Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this Jambori. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will. To the Great Plains. Hey, we gained 5 XP.
She is a boy. What was it? Rio? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Someone who's like free in the Western Plains and strangles people. She does seem like someone who could strangle someone. Just from her character. And she seems like she's constantly in the Western Plains.
Yeah. Well, let's see if her boots are dirty.
Yes.
So we say, show me the soles of boots. And she replies, now, what do you want with an old woman's boots, Serif? And we can say, it's for important police business, man. Or we can say, please, help me out here. It's important. Or the last option, nothing, I guess. Let's talk about something else.
Say please.
Please? She raises her boots slowly with contempt. I think you should let me get back to the Gabriel Buenguero. You know Gabriel. Gabriel doesn't say please.
Oh, she only respects force, I guess.
I mean, she does raise her boot.
Hmm.
She's wearing sturdy worker boots made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather. And we can only say, now the other one, please. And she replies, just before Gabrielle, it was the coronation of Francais Congo. Now there was a real man. There is no aberration in the pattern that you can see. She puts her foot down. Visual calculus, easy success. Moreover, the boots were size 37, tiny. There are too many discrepancies in all this.
So she's not one of the footprints.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Ruled that out.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well, we have a wait option. It says, wait, what do you mean it was the coronation of Francine Congo?
Okay.
It was, she shrugs. And then it was no more. And I was no longer holding my father's hand. He was no longer descending the stairs in Ryle. The crowd had gone silent.
Who was her father?
I don't know. What was he?
Is she royalty or something?
Could be. She continues. Perhaps it was another Serif who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember. What? Composure, easy success. As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and the machines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is her like consciousness floating freely through space-time?
Feels a little like it,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
that's what she's getting at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay.
Well, we have only one option here. We turn to Kim and say, she is not odd soul. These are not the boots that made the prints.
Yes, these are not the boots you're looking for, Mario.
Yeah. And Kim says, or Kim takes a quick note. I could have told you that from just looking at them. Her size is 37.
Hmm.
That's impressive calculating there.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
No.
He must have leveled up his visual calculus.
And the pale driver says, the feet of a little girl. She smiles. They fit well on the pedals. Okay. And then we leave with saying, thank you for now.
Okay.
And she replies, yes, go. Enough Jambore. I need to get back to Moscow. Her voice trails off.
So who the fuck is the drug trafficker? We still don't know.
Well, we still have the racist dude.
We haven't talked to him again.
Right.
Yeah. Is he back? When will he be back?
I think he was always there. He was just not at his lorry.
Well, then where? Then he's not there. So where is he?
Well, he's standing in front of the, what's it called, the fritte.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk to him.
Yeah.
Looking for something?
The lorry driver recognizes you. Authority, medium success. You could push him by asking him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of lynching. And we have 3 new options. The first one being, what was that argument all about?
Or way back with Kim?
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder if that's referring to something else in the protest, something maybe. But I don't remember any argument there.
No.
Then we can ask about the soles of his boots, or we can say, "You're lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs?"
Let's start with that before we piss him off with the other stuff.
Okay. Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. He takes a long drag on his cigarette. And we can ask, why not? You know where that shit comes from? Zaramizira, Zafre, Ilyamara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
We have 4
True to his name.
Yeah. We have 4 options. The first one being, hold on, but they make alcohol in Ilmarao.
We actually say Al Ghul.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I was told they do. And the second one, so I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez. Third one, listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Rocheville, right? Or the last one, that's all I need to know. Now, let me ask you something else.
Okay, number 1 is basically a wait option, so let's start with that.
Yeah, so we say, hold on, but they make alcohol in Ilmara too. I was told they do. And he replies, I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi, or sometimes I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Kaikos ain't worth much, but they do know booze. Okay. Now we can ask about smuggling drugs.
Yeah, I would say that.
No, not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe. And Kim says, so you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B? And he says, I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. He puffs on a cigarette. And then we can ask, then what are you still hanging around here for? Most other connoisseurs have left.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted already. It's those little kids sneak around at night. If they touch my stuff, the boss will be on my ass like ass cancer. Reaction speed. Easy success. There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby. And we can say that actually. We can say, I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Okay.
5 XP. Whoa. And he says, yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Whirling and Rags when some kipped boys smashed his lock and took them.
This is a bit like over the top racism. I don't know. It's like all he ever does.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, he's dedicated.
Yeah, truly.
Passionate about racism. Yeah. When some kipped boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything.
Probably Kuno.
Lost his fucking job over it. You think so?
Of course.
I mean, yeah.
It's always Kuno.
It seems like an operation a little bit too big for 2 children, but I don't know. Maybe
You think?
Kuno has
Just,
some
I don't know, breaking
accomplices.
open this van that's unguarded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Kuno Esse.
Yeah. He takes a long suck on his cigarette.
A suck?
Yeah.
Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Not a pull?
We would, yes, but the game doesn't apparently.
Okay.
Appearing to savor the taste. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. And we can say, bad for him, I guess. Or we can say, serves him right.
Why? Bad for him, I guess.
The man shakes his head, dismayed, furiously pulling on a cigarette.
Oh, now he
That's right.
pulls.
It's a fucking travesty is what it is. Okay.
Okay, where's the police? We're not interested in theft. Tell us about drugs.
Yeah. So we're back to the original menu. We still have the option to ask about the argument. We can still ask about the boots. And we have a new option now that says, if it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Yeah, ask that.
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Silang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. He spits on the ground.
That's the vendor?
I think so.
Yeah.
His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. And we can only say, wait, the street vendor south of here? That
Okay.
guy's a lorry driver?
Yeah, we knew this.
Yeah.
Harry didn't, apparently.
And he says, of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer's stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He nods in a sagely manner, then another puff of that cigarette. He's your man, all right. 100%. And Kim says, I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Silang himself has to say.
Yeah. And I personally, I don't think it's that guy. But talking to him now, having this conversation may enable us to have a conversation with
Hopefully.
the vendor, so we should go back to him.
Yeah. And the game says that as well. Guess we need to pay Silang a visit then.
Yeah. Okay, but I do want to check his souls. First.
Let's check his soul.
Yeah. That is a thing you would do in this game.
Let me see that sole of your boots.
Yeah.
Been admiring the stompers, huh? He grins. Sure thing. Check him out. He lifts his left foot, then the right. And we look at the sole.
Mhm.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of threads with no immediately discernible pattern. Shivers, medium success. The wind howls over the Bay of Rajawal, a cascade of cold air flowing through the city streets. Those same streets have left their share of scruff marks on the underside of your green snakeskin shoes.
Hmm.
And we can say, is that a map of Rajawal? Or we can say, what's up with your souls?
Is that a map?
It sure is. And we gain 5 XP. And we can ask, where did you get boots like that? Or we
Mhm.
can ask, but why?
No, where'd you get them? It is quite cool.
Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny. He rubs the back of his balding head. And we can still ask, but why?
Mm-hmm.
For when the invasion comes, he glances at the lieutenant. The last thing they'll see before the lights go out is illustrious Rajawal.
What, when he's like stomping someone's face?
Uh-huh.
Ugh, that's not so cool anymore.
No.
I just like the idea of putting maps on things. I don't know, I like maps. But now it's not so appealing.
Well, no. Kim says, it doesn't look like the lieutenant cares. He just makes a little note. I just imagine him like furiously scribbling a
He
note
just
down.
writes down asshole
Yeah.
over and over again. Yeah, okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's get into that argument thing.
Well, before that...
Oh, is there more?
Oh, yeah, there is more.
Of course. Why do I even ask?
We have 4 options. The first one being, welcome to Rajawal. I like it. The second one, what is this invasion anyway?
Oh,
Sounds like more immigrant bashing. The third one, you do understand you're stomping on Rajawal every day, don't you? And the last one, whatever. These aren't the boots I'm looking for anyway.
what is this invasion?
Hey man, you know, there are all sorts of invasions. He looks at his boots, then you. I thought we could rely on the cops. We're in this together, whether you realize it or not.
That's not really an answer.
I guess not.
So?
That's it. Now we can ask about the argument. And then
Oh,
we're
wow.
done.
Interesting. That was one case where picking an option, excludes the other ones.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah, ask about the argument, because that's how we play this game.
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. He spits on the ground. Not the most popular topic nowadays. I myself would disagree, because the last 3 people we've talked to.
Yeah, exactly. I had the same thought, Vince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. The sheeple. Half-Light, medium success. Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have again 4 options. The first one being, I get it. Someone has to be the unpopular guy. The second one, oh, so you're just a racist. Makes sense. Third one, to be honest, I can't really remember what that means. Please explain. Or the last one, on second thought, let's talk about something else.
What does number 3 refer to? Like, what means?
Good question.
The biological determinism? Anyway, I tend most towards number 3.
Yeah, maybe I can't really remember what that means. Is that referring to change the topic?
Yeah, it's ambiguous.
Ah.
It could refer to a bunch of things.
Yeah.
But I want to say it anyway, and then
Let's
we'll
see.
find out.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. He glances at the lieutenant. So naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. And we have three options. The first one being, okay, what else have you thought up? The second one, yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design.
Well, we don't know if that's sarcastic or not.
Yeah,
With this
good
game,
point.
I'm not completely sure.
Yeah, no idea. And the last one, right. I've already made up my mind. Want to hear it? And in parentheses, jump ahead. So I guess we can ask both the other options.
Jump ahead to what? Is that just an option to get out of the conversation?
I guess that means something like conclude,
Yeah, I guess.
but I don't know.
So what was number 1 and number 2 again?
Number one was, okay, what else have you thought up? And number two was, yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design.
I would want to say that if it's sarcastic, but I don't know if it's gonna come off sarcastic.
That's
Do you want to say number 1?
Yes, and hopefully that tells us what if number two is meant in a positive or in
Yeah.
a negative light.
Yeah, okay.
So, okay, what else have you thought up? So, lately, we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn. When members of the superior race ceased to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. And we can ask, yeah, what's the problem with that then? Or we can say, okay, and?
Okay, and?
It's a very important choice between these two, isn't it?
Not really.
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately, some with their mesquites, and the other intruder species too. He throws a sharp glance at Lieutenant Kitsuragi. They're on the precipice of cultural victory. And we can ask, wait, what's this cultural victory? Or we can say nothing, or we can say, or we can say, right, I've already made up my mind. Want to hear it?
Do the wait option.
So, wait, what's this cultural victory? It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses.
Is it Booby Street or Boogie Street?
Boogie.
Nice, there it is again. Remember we saw
Yeah.
a postcard about Boogie Street, and then we heard the Leonard Cohen song. Okay.
Is the Leonard Cohen song also racist?
No, not at all.
Would have surprised me, honestly. He continues, right under our noses, and the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or lieder? No,
No, and I don't know what that is.
me neither. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves. And we can either, again a very important choice, we can say nothing,
Mm-hmm.
or we can say,
Say nothing.
It's true, he pushes on. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new subrace, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring. And we can say, yeah, I think I can get down with racism. Or we can say, yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Or the last option, okay, sure, whatever. I'd really rather talk about something else. So, are you down with racism?
I mean, he put it out completely like that was an actual argument and stuff, and it's nonsense. So while I'm usually quietist and like don't just have opinions for the sake of having an opinion.
Do we have an opinion, Marius?
Yeah,
What
because
happened?
here's something with actual substance that he presented,
Uh-huh.
right? Like, what was his whole point? Sub races and competition?
Yeah.
No, fuck that. I actually want to say fuck that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
So we say, yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Also, maybe we get points with Kim.
Yeah. Don't push your luck, Runt. The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. I mean, I just realized we've talked for like 10 minutes to him and asked him all this question, and at the end of it, just said, yeah, I don't agree. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay, but that was the lorry driver.
Yeah, all right. So I guess now maybe we have the option of talking to the vendor again
Mhm.
and actually ask him about drugs.
Yeah. I'm gonna head in that direction.
Yeah, that's fun. Let's do that, and then we can wrap up this episode exactly the way we wrapped up the last one, with talking to the vendor guy.
Yeah. Do you know what I realized?
What?
Because it completely doesn't have anything to do with the rest of our talking here, but while we move, time doesn't pass. So
While we're moving.
yeah,
It seems counterintuitive.
as far as I can tell, the time just stands still while we're moving. It only continues in interacting with things or people.
Oh, so you could also just stand still and let Harry idle.
Yeah.
And time would also stand still. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
What that means, though, is that we can collect every bottle at the same time.
Of
Which-
course, that's what you care about most, right?
Which means our the number of bottles per hour we can collect is infinite.
Assuming that there is infinite bottles.
Yeah, sure.
Otherwise, it's just however many bottles there are per second, basically. Per Planck time unit.
Per what, Marius? Time doesn't move at all.
No, it's quantized, so at
No,
least
no.
one tick you need.
It's however many bottles there are per 0 seconds.
Maybe in Russia world time is measured in bottles.
Yeah. Have you ever
What are you
noticed
going to
that
do then?
Time doesn't pass when we don't talk to each other.
Time gets longer when you drink.
Uh-huh.
Or does it get shorter? I don't know. Let's ask the vendor what he thinks about time.
Yeah. Yeah, just a weird thing I noticed.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
That already sounds suspicious.
Yeah, immediately. That's our guy.
Yeah. No, I personally, my hunch is not that it's not him. I still think it's the poet, but it might also be Grandma.
Yeah.
What's your hunch, Vincent?
Either poet or this guy, I think.
Okay. Which one would you bet on?
Probably poet.
Yeah, okay. So we agree on that one. Yeah.
So we can say, so, Silang, what's your stance on drugs?
There you go.
Drugs? For a moment he's unsure how to respond. I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course, in which case drugs are excellent. He kisses his fingers.
Yes, he's
Tasty,
very
tasty drugs.
he's very superficial. He's a yes man.
Uh-huh. So we can say, I'm super into drugs. Or we can say, I actually don't like drugs. Or we can proceed by saying, we're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbor.
Yeah,
He or she is in this traffic jam.
say that.
That's so cool. You're investigating the local drug trade, like some cool narc. But, he points to the goods, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
Hold on though. Like you do have a lorry, right?
Well, we don't know which of these lorries is his.
Okay.
We can make a guess, but we can't. He's not connected to any of them directly.
Okay.
And we have only one option, and we can say, but you are a lorry man. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Yes.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right?
I love
bet
that
it's
he's
him.
known to be that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater. And Kim says, so you admit you're a lorry driver? No, I just said I'd work harder, and he's an asshole. He stops to think. Okay, maybe I am a lorry driver too, a little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is
All
my
right.
dream. He spreads his arms.
Sneakers on speakers. Yeah.
And we have 4 options. The first one being, so you forgot to tell me. The second one, so you were embarrassed to tell me. The third one, stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
I kind of want to say that.
The last one, Silang, my source tells me you are the one transporting drugs for the Union.
That's better. Let's push him. Make him nervous.
See some drama. No, that's insane. It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh? Have you thought about that?
As a matter of fact, we have.
Yeah, we asked him about it. And we can say, stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
It's kind of not quite as cool to say stop squirming twice in a row. But
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, we didn't. That was another option.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Fine.
We
yeah.
said, Silang, my sources tell
You're
me
right.
you are the one transporting.
Yeah, you're right. So then we can say stop squirming now, but coolly.
Exactly. And he says, nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd. And what crowd is that? Asks Kim. Crowd. You know, the drug crowd. Empathy, medium success. He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we can ask about that by asking, who are you afraid of, Siang?
Yeah, ask.
Look, he looks around and lowers his voice. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up. And we can either say, if you don't want to get into this mess, and we raise our voice, you have to give us reason to move on. Or the other option, we're buddies, Stilling. Help us out, no one will know it was you.
No, capitalize on his fear,
Okay.
I say.
I can already see his corpse hanging from another tree. So we say, if you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on. Task updated.
Oh.
It's a she, okay? He whispers. The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, he shakes his head. She's no lady.
He's pointing to the grandmother, the pale driver.
Yeah, and we can ask, who are these other drivers who talk? Or we can say, is the lady driver the old woman back there?
Ask about the other drivers.
I think we can ask both because the last option is a conclude. But
Okay, start with the other drivers.
who are these other drivers who talk? All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
He had no proof.
Kim says, who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist? Or the other one with the tattoos? He points north.
Who is that? Who's he? Who's Kim mean?
The poet, I think.
Oh, okay.
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos. Okay, so now we can ask about the old woman.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe? If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved, I told you. Inland Empire, medium success. Could be. She was strange.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
And she basically said that, well, if they load drugs on it, then I don't care. Maybe they do.
Yeah.
She's the only one who didn't deny being a drug trafficker.
Right. Good point. And now we can conclude by saying, okay, we're cool now.
Yeah.
All right, he snaps back to his usual self. Ice cold. Let's cap this off by a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detective.
No,
Both of you.
maybe
Keep it
not.
rolling. Okay. We had a white check with him
Oh.
to ask him about some money. And
Oh, really?
that is now available again
Why?
because he ratted out the lady driver and we get a +1 from that.
Can we try it again?
Yeah.
Sure, let's try it.
It's rhetoric challenging 12 and we have rhetoric 1
So,
and -1 from poor underprivileged grandma and +1 from rat out the lady driver, so we have an 8%
Alright.
chance to succeed.
no harm trying.
And we could see if we have anything on that lowers our rhetoric.
Rhetoric? Sure. I don't think we do.
No. Can we wear anything? No. We can wear an orange bum head that lowers our rhetoric. But I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Let's just
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Everything's cool.
try it.
No. Okay.
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want. Oh yeah, okay, we have already done that. I'm just gonna click through.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. Then I think, Vincent, I changed my hunch. Right now, number one suspect for me is the grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
but Poe is still number 2. I don't know. I'm also thinking about it on a sort of meta level, where it would make sense that the game wants it to be the grandmother who's smuggling, because that gives us the most interesting decision, I think. Because remember, there was this whole thing with Kim about if we find the trafficker, do we tell Joyce or not? Because if it's the grandmother, like, I do want to know who's doing it, but if it's the grandmother, I don't necessarily want to get her into trouble, because she might be useful to us with her, like, magical consciousness powers.
Hmm.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I want
I
to
can
get on
see
her
that.
good side.
Yeah.
So that's why I also think it might be her, because that will lead to the most interesting options for us.
That much is certain, yeah.
Yeah, I hope, Vincent, that we will find out next time when we play Disco. Thank you for reading to me so wonderfully. Thank you, dear viewer, for watching. If you liked it, you can like the video or leave a comment, which we always enjoy reading. And you can follow us on Twitter at @makes_play. So I say, see you next time.
Bye-bye.